listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is.
Perfect.
AEW. AEW, baby. This is your AEW review. Coming to you live from New York City. A little bit excited today. Just a little bit, though. AEW is back. This is your AEW review. We're going to get into a little bit about what's going on with AEW. And as always, we're going to keep it pushing. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go! Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome, everybody, to your AEW review. This is What the Wrestling. Welcome, as always. I'm your host. Once again, RJD here. Welcome. Hopefully everybody's having themselves a good old day. Let's look at this real quick. Man, oh man. AEW. First things first. Hit the goddamn like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. What's the Wrestling? You guys already know. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all of the above. I am going to start posting back on Apple and SoundCloud. I'm going to get back on it. I know I kind of took a break from the SoundCloud, took a break from the Apple, but we're going back to it. So, no worries on that front. Now that we got all the housekeeping out the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's talk about AEW. So, AEW, as always, let's talk about the show as a whole. So, I don't know what's going on here. Let's keep it a stack. Keep it a stack with y'all. I don't know what's going on here, but what I will say is AEW, this show wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. It was like a middle-of-the-road show. That's what it was. So I know there's a lot of people talking about, oh, this and that and the third, and the show's good and Dynamite sucks. And no, Dynamite doesn't suck. Stop it.
Nope.
Dynamite doesn't suck. It's just a middle-of-the-road show. Sometimes you have these shows that are middle of the road. There's not really much going on. You just have a bunch of matches. Sometimes you care, sometimes you don't. It happens all the time. And you got the NBA playoffs rocking and rolling right now. Shout out to all the Knicks fans.
Perfect.
I'm not a Knicks fan, but shout out to all the Knicks fans. You know, you do have to represent the home team. So I'm not going to sit here and say I want the Knicks to lose, but shout out to them. They are in the second round. They got to go against Jimmy Butler, who's basically playing out of his mind right now. Good luck to you, Knicks fans. Good luck to you. Shout out to my boy Rich. We see you, player. But as far as AEW, they're going up against the playoffs, so it's a little bit hard. It's going to be harder for them to get everything in order, put meaningful storylines on, because you're going to lose some viewers, especially if the playoffs are hot right now. Knicks are in the second round. You're going to lose viewers here or there. It's going to happen. So a show like this is indicative of that. Dynamite was good. But I'm tired of people saying, oh, Dynamite sucked. It didn't suck. Stop it, man. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
So let's get that out the way right now. First thing we had was the Orange one. Orange Cassidy versus Bandito. We haven't seen Bandito in forever. Because Bandito was having visa issues, I guess his visa ran out. And now he is good to go. So the Orange won for Bandito. And let me just tell you, Bandito, very, very good. The fact that he keeps pushing people up like this, tremendous shoulder, core, back strength right here, because it's hard for me to do this to my 10-year-old niece. So that's very difficult, let alone doing it to another grown damn man. So shout out to him. But They went back and forth as always, and this is the match I never knew I wanted. Shout out to the Orange One for doing his shtick. Shout out to Bandito for doing the Orange One stick. And everybody's doing good. So Orange Cassidy gets the win here. Let's stop the show. Stop the show real quick. Orange Cassidy is the MVP of AEW, man. I mean, Moxley was the MVP of AEW. Orange Cassidy's the Scottie Pippen. The man consistently gets good ratings. On top of the consistent good ratings he gets, he consistently puts on Excuse me, what the hell was that? He consistently puts on good matches. Orange Cassidy he's defended this goddamn title for like 20 straight, or not maybe 20 straight, but 20 times, 15, something like that. 15 to 20 times. Great match after great match. He is the modern day Sheamus. He's Sheamus. Banger after banger after banger after banger. Like, shout out to Orange, man. Orange Cassidy deserves our love and respect. This brother's doing his goddamn thing. So, backstage, they had a segment where Adam Cole told Renee Paquette he'll be calling Chris Jericho out on Wednesday night following the Ocho's despicable actions beating up his girlfriend with the damn kendo stick. How dare you, Chris Jericho?
Bruh.
How dare you?
And you made him watch. How dare you, you dastardly heel? How dare you? So, we had Dax Harwood versus Jeff Jarrett. This already frightened me. The whole Jeff Jarrett, Sanjay Dutt, Lethal, and everybody else, they got summoned to the back. And we had a one-on-one old school wrestling match by Dax the Axe and Jeff Jarrett. And nothing wrong with the old school stuff. And listen, shout out to Dax Harwood, man. Now listen, Jeff Jarrett's been in the business longer than I've been alive. So let's pump the brakes on Jeff Jarrett. Looks in great shape for a man his age. I don't know how old Jeff Jarrett is. Actually, I could probably Google it. Hey Siri, let me ask Siri. How old is Jeff Jarrett? How old is Jeff Jarrett? So you're not gonna answer? You're not gonna give me an answer? Or do I gotta open the phone? Hey Siri, how old is Jeff Jarrett? What the holy hell? How old is Jeff Jarrett? So Siri doesn't want to work today. So we're gonna hit myself with the
Nope.
We have robot dogs in New York City. We have ChatGPT who can tell you anything, damn near anything, minus the restrictions. They could tell you anything you want to know, but I can't get Siri to tell me how old Jeff Jarrett is. What are we doing?
You stupid.
Anyway, doesn't matter how old he is. Dax made him look good here. The end came when Sanjay Dutt came back out, held onto his legs. While Jarrett hit him with the whatever his finisher is. And he won. Not sure why your tag team champion is losing to a 60-year-old Hall of Famer. But even though they tried to protect him, I would have much rather they hit him with the goddamn belt than hold his legs down for the win. I'm just saying. Don't know why he lost here. Kinda doesn't make sense. So, with that being said, after that, we had an announcement by Tony Khan, and he announced the return of the Owen Hart Cup with matches to take place in Canada and at Forbidden Door. The finale will take place at Calgary, being that Owen Hart was from Calgary in July. I like this. I love tournaments. Tournaments are an easy way to tell a story. Tournaments are an easy way to build up somebody from the ground up. Tournaments are a good way to factor in the people that normally don't get a shot at any goddamn thing. Tournaments are a good way for them to figure it out. So I like tournaments. We got ourselves a tournament. I ain't mad at it. Good stuff. Cruiserweight Classic, Mae Young Classic, all of these great tournaments. When done right, they tell beautiful stories. Even if people come up short, they still tell good stories.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Shout out to that. Then we had Wardlow in action, and he beat the hell out of somebody. We don't even know who he is. Powerbomb Symphony 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming.
Get the fuck out of here!
And that was all she wrote. Then we had a Arn Anderson promo where Arn Anderson cut a good old-fashioned old-school promo, and then interrupting him was Christian Cage and Luchasaurus Kane. That's what I'm calling him. Shout out to Kane Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus is a badass, man. I can't wait till they let that guy go. He's very athletic. He's very good in the ring. He's a monster, but he's good. And with Christian, even if they have Christian talking for him for a little while, and then maybe in a year or 2 or 3 years from now, they reunite him and Jungle Boy and they go for the tag team titles, I'm all for that. So they were going to get in the ring and they decided against it.
Nope.
They basically was like,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
And they did not get in the ring. Backstage, John Moxley beat the hell out of RJ City and threatened that there are scars to be left Wednesday night, and that will come back in a major way. Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. Shout out to these two guys. This is fantastic. Love both these guys, man. Shout out to Sammy. Sammy is a good heel. He's like the heel that you want to just punch in the face. So shout out to Sammy for being a great bad guy. But Sammy is also a great good guy. He could be a good babyface too. Sammy can be either or, for real. I mean, he got with Ty and basically turned himself heel. So it is what it is. And Darby Allin is Darby Allin. We love Darby not just because Darby's crazy, but we love Darby. So apparently Jungle Boy was supposed to save Jungle Boy was supposed to come in here and help out Mr. Darby Allin, but he didn't help out a goddamn thing. Where was he?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
How you supposed to help out Darby, but everybody and their mother gets involved in this match between MJF and everybody else getting involved? How are you supposed to help him? He was supposed to help him out before he got disqualified. He ends up losing by disqualification, which sucks. Excuse me. So he ends up losing by disqualification. He did do a 630 and put Darby through a table. That had to suck for real. And after that, I was like, respect my authority. Jesus Christ, Sammy, he's a little bit crazy. So shout out to Sammy. I saw a slow-mo of that, actually. It looked picture perfect.
Bruh.
I ain't doing it, though. So, nope, get out of here. Get out of here. Nope. Go somewhere. Don't come over here. Cat wants to come and jump up on me. Don't jump up on me. Go somewhere. But, so, they were supposed to be Darby and Sammy, and then the winner takes on MJF at the pay-per-view. But because of all the shenanigans, and you got Sammy Guevara following around MJF like he's a creep.
Stop it.
Basically, Tony Khan says we're gonna have a tag team match: Sammy and Darby versus Darby and Jungle Boy versus MJF and Sammy, and the winner, if it's the good guys, then it's a fatal four-way. If it's the bad guys, then Sammy Guevara gets his tag team match, gets his main event match all by himself. So looks like we're gonna get ourselves a fatal four-way. If I had to guess out loud, it's going to be a fatal four-way. MJF was on commentary here, called Tony Schiavone a blubbering old man. And the crazy thing is, he's supposed to take a dive. There he is. Now he wants to show face. He's supposed to take a dive for Mr. MJF. And it's funny because afterwards, MJF got all irate. You stupid. Yeah, it's not happening. That's not fair. Then he leaves with Sammy and he's like, all right, man, where you going? He's like, I'm leaving. He's like, the car's full. The camera pans over to the car and there's nobody in the car. At all.
Stop the cap.
There's nobody in the car.
Stupid.
And then he's like, listen, man, I'll see you next week. We'll figure this out. And he gets in there. He's like, yeah, all right. And then he just leaves. So he's looking like Boo Boo the Fool.
Stupid.
So when this inevitably implodes, I'm looking forward to it. Then we had Adam Cole, baby. Came and called out Chris Jericho. He told him to bring his ass out here because he's coming for blood, baby. But Jericho cut a promo and said, listen, man, you want me to come out there? I ain't coming out there. But you know who will come out there? My boys. They'll come out there.
Respect my authority!
So they came down there and the rest of the JAS beat the holy hell out of Adam Cole. Yes, I'm doing the show, bro. The rest of the JAS came and they beat the holy hell out of Adam Cole. And then you had Orange Cassidy and Bandito come down for the save, but the numbers were still not in their favor. But then we had a surprise, and I heard familiar music. I heard Kill Switch Engage, The End of Heartache, and I was like, I know that song. Shout out to Kill Switch. Just recently saw them in concert, and they are awesome. So, I heard Kill Switch and I'm like, oh shit, Kill Switch. Then I'm like, oh shit, who's coming out?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Roderick Strong is all elite, everybody. And no lie, this is one of those things where Roderick Strong was in the UE, right? Undisputed Era. Adam Cole was the leader. Then you had the tag team Fish and O'Reilly, and Roderick would come in there and intertwine if somebody got hurt, you know, Freebird rule, all that, cool. But Roderick Strong on his own is a great guy to have on your roster, and he's not like a utility guy because Roderick Strong can go. He's an excellent professional wrestler. He is a damn good wrestler. And if you need to throw him in certain spots, you could throw him in certain spots. You could put him with this person, put him with that person. You need a good match, you could have a good match. Shit, you need a mid-card title, you could put that on him too. And him, along with Kyle O'Reilly, who's on his way back, and Adam Cole, almost Red Dragon, man, oh man. You could have trios, you could have tag teams, all of that, especially when Kyle O'Reilly comes back. The only part that sucks is that goddamn Bobby Fish is nowhere to be seen doing this thing on the indies, having issues with Punk and all this other stuff. So, I mean, I don't know about Bobby Fish, but, you know, if they can mend that fence, if you want to use Bobby Fish, use him to come in to help them win and reunite the whole Red Dragon and reunite the whole Undisputed Era in AEW, it's on the table. Then we had the TBS Championship, Tanya Valkyrie versus Jade Cargill. I was loving this match up until the end. The end was kind of weird. The end was weird, I'm not even gonna lie. Tanya Valkyrie cannot use the Jaded because of the legal issues around it, but she kept trying to do it, and she kept going back to it, knowing you can't do it. You see, this works if you only do it one time. Let me get my mic right. If you only do it one time, this actually works beautifully. Like when Jericho, he couldn't use the Judas effect. He went to go for the Judas effect, realized he couldn't use it. MJF took advantage. MJF got the win. That makes sense. But when you continuously go back to the well, she did it 3 times and she couldn't do it. And she's like, damn, I can't do it. It's the law of diminishing returns, as far as I'm concerned. And she ended up couldn't do it. She had to wait. She got rolled up and lost. Next to Athena, shout out to Athena. I really think this one of Jade's better matches. It's the end that got me. The end was kind of like weird, but I like Tanya Valkyrie. I like Tanya Valkyrie, and I like Tanya Valkyrie fighting with Jade. I think this is fantastic. I don't know if they'll revisit it. Excuse me, but they had themselves a good match. And I can't get mad. After the match, Valkyrie threatened to deliver her finisher to Aubrey Edwards, and the crowd was like, the crowd was not having that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Because we love Aubrey. You don't touch Aubrey. Aubrey got the hell out of there, and I think somebody else got hit with the Jaded, and that was that. Then you had the main event of the evening. Kenny Omega and Kenosuke Takeshita versus the Butcher and the Blade. Kenosuke and Omega work great together. They are fantastic as a tag team. It's Kenosuke Takeshita and Kenny Omega. Of course, they're great as a tag team. Butcher and the Blade made great foils. This was a good match, as always. Good TV match. I think they only had 10 minutes to do the damn match, or 8 minutes. They didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot of time to do this match, but they got it done. Omega and Takeshita get the win. They had some great tandem tag team offense in there, which was great. You had Bryan Danielson on commentary, which was also great. So you had Danielson saying the problem with the Elite is that they rest on their past laurels. He questioned Omega and the Young Bucks why they have not targeted the AEW World Champion MJF and the AEW Tag Team Champions FTR since coming back. Now, they lost the Trios titles, but what I will say is that that FTR Young Bucks match, that shit's got to happen, and it's got to happen on the pay-per-view. I don't know how we get there, but you got to have that match. You have to. Kip Sabian tripped up Omega at ringside. Penelope Ford stepped in to prevent her husband from getting knocked out, and then the Butcher wiped out everybody. And Danielson said, I see one professional wrestler in the ring who got the pin and one who's an amateur that looks exhausted. I was like, ooh. Because you visibly see Kenny breathing a little hard. Now, I mean, he wasn't blown up or gassed, but then you physically see that, and then you look at Kenosuke, and Kenosuke's just like, and I'm like, ooh, good line, brother, good line. That was a good line. They got beat down. The Bucks came down to make the save, but they got beat down. Danielson attempted to recruit Takeshita, and then Takeshita said no, and then they beat the holy hell out of Takeshita. Danielson said, you made your choice. You made your choice. Moxley gets the screwdriver and proceeds to screw drive his head into the ground. As I knock my damn camera off. So, why is that so high? Let me fix this real quick. It should be lower than that. Yeah, I'm like, why is that so high? But yeah, so he got the screwdriver treatment, screwdriver to the head. That's all she wrote. See you later. They could not save Kenosuke Takeshita, which means he's probably getting recruited, because if you can't beat him, join him.
Stop it.
No, we don't believe in that. But that's what's probably going to happen. And this was your AEW Dynamite review. So, once again, we got news coming up on which is crazy, but we got the draft tonight, WWE. We got news coming up right now on this lawsuit coming from WWE, so I don't know what the hell is going on there. That's going to be weird. So look out for all of this stuff in the next coming days. I will be talking about the lawsuit. I will be talking about Jericho and CM Punk. Did they make amends? Did they fix it? We will see. And I will be talking about other things as well. So with that being said, I am out. Everybody go out there, New York City. Enjoy the day. Be safe. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.